Mayfield.
Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
I mean, it was one of those kind of stories, like, who's this kid? You know, he didn't really know where he's from.
You know, he very fun. You know, he's really relaxed all the time. He's a great guy. He doesn't, you know, he's always the same person no matter what. He's a good leader, and he really knows and he loves to play the game of football.
We had a lot of guys that were battling that spring, the spring of Baker's sophomore year, going into Baker's junior year to see who was going to be our guy. And you know, Baker he did all the right things. I mean, he has all the intangibles. Everybody loves him. He's never had a bad day. I don't care what's going on. He's got a smile on his face. You know, his teammates feed off of that. He has a great attitude all the time. Even if he didn't play well or made a bad throw, he doesn't pout, he doesn't sulk, and he never did that.
The first thing that comes to mind is Baker always had a ball in his hand, running down the hall, doing something, and he would always, in fact, after several broken vases, you never saw him without a ball in his hand.
Mayfield hails from Lake Travis High School in Austin, Texas, where he led the Cavaliers to a state title his junior year. That season, the team went undefeated, and Mayfield threw for 45 touchdowns with only 5 interceptions. As expected, Division I scholarship offers started coming in from all over the country, and then they stopped.
So that kind of kept happening with Baker. TCU recruited him the whole time, and even going into right at signing day his senior year, we thought he was going to get an offer from TCU. You know, Tech decided to offer the Webb kid, and so now they made it very, very clear they still wanted him. Hey, we want you to come here, you know, come in as a preferred walk-on. I think they were calling him free agents then, you know, whatever the little tag word was. But he and another one of our kids, Zach Austin, and Baker and Zach are best friends, and so. You know, obviously Baker was holding out. He wanted an offer, wanted a scholarship, and so.
I think he was holding out for some different offers. You know, he had some offers early and those filled up, and I think he was holding out, and it just didn't work out. But, you know, he won state championships, had incredible stats, very talented young man, and sometimes those things happen in recruiting.
Mayfield chose to walk on at Texas Tech, where his former high school teammate Michael Brewer was the starting quarterback. A few months later, Brewer injured his back, and Tech was left with 2 true freshman quarterbacks.
You know, will he ever get a chance? And that was what we were fearful of. And Michael got banged up, and then, you know, I've said this many times, shows how much we know. Baker goes in and just, you know, kicks butt.
On August 30th, just 7 weeks after arriving on campus, Baker Mayfield became the first true freshman walk-on quarterback in history to start a season opener at a BCS conference school. That day, he threw for 413 yards and 4 touchdowns while running for another. Texas Tech beat SMU 41-23.
And it was a difficult situation because we didn't want Baker to think that, oh, you know, we're viewing you just as a walk-on. We know like what we're getting in you. Scholarship numbers-wise, we just don't have a spot. And so we were fired up the day he came. We put on a big presentation for him, rolled out the red carpet for him. He meant that much to us, and fortunately for us, you know, he chose to walk on, and he's kind of writing his own story now.
So he had to learn quickly, and basically based upon that circumstance, he got more reps than we probably anticipated him getting, and every time he got out there, good things happened. Continued to improve, and we decided to make him a starter.
Had to step back and pinch ourselves, like, this is really happening. So, I mean, we didn't think he was going to be playing this year at all. He didn't. So, you know, it's unfortunate that it's because of Michael getting hurt, because, you know, it's just one of those things. But he had to step in and do what he wanted to do, and it's his dream to play college ball and win. That's what he wants to do.